Thank you, business partners. We are talking about where Bitcoin was when we were pushing the business in 2021 and then 2022. And now, at the moment, we're looking at the Bitcoin price. And this discussion is brought about, the discussion we've just had with the business partner that we're assisting with a withdrawal from their or her HTX. That's to say, when you do business with Royal Q, your money, your capital, it's not with Royal Q, but it is in your own exchange. As of today, this is where the price of Bitcoin is. This is where the price of Bitcoin is. And then you can say it's around 46,000 and 585 US dollars. That's where the price is. But at some point, it felt like it was impossible for it to recover because of emotions, what people go through when the markets are falling. So now you can see, ladies and gentlemen, where the white line is piercing through or is crossing through the candlesticks there. We are on a weekly time frame at the moment. And then if you are to check here at the bottom, this is a weekly time frame. We are looking at Bitcoin USDT. And then now we're going to look at areas like this. I'm going to focus here on these areas. We're going to look at what months actually or days was the price of Bitcoin around that time. So all-time high, it's here, 69,000 US dollars. This is where all-time high is. So when you check into the account of, let's say, Binance, you'll see that the highest price Bitcoin reached was 69,000 US dollars. 69,000 US dollars. That is the highest. That is the highest Bitcoin reached. So this year, we are looking at it breaking above that. Although when we speak now, it will be as though we are talking stories, huh? But that's exactly what is going to happen. So meaning that I'll just try and by indicating with lines. So if you are to look, it was around Jan 2022. Around Jan 2022, look at the bottom. This look at this, a cross pointer here. If you look here at the bottom, you will see that around this area where the dotted horizontal and vertical lines intersect there, it's the date at which the price of Bitcoin was at. Now look at that. So now this was what we are seeing here, the 10th of Jan. It was on a Monday, 2022, for instance. Yes. So now that's where the price was the same as what we have today, 46,000 US dollars. And obviously, when you look here, this is before this area. Let me use a yellow color there. This area here was before, this was before, I think this might be around November, but I think it's before December, but we will check it nicely by just highlighting with this. Let's quickly check. Yes, this is around September. This is around September of 2021. September 2021. For those of you, if you want to know when was the all-time high, it was in November. If you look at where it was in November, let's make it larger. Yes. Now you can see this was November the 8th, what we see here at the bottom. This was in 2021, where the price of Bitcoin was right up there. Right up there. So around November, it was in November, actually, to be precise. But now look at what is happening. When Bitcoin was at the bottom here, when Bitcoin was at the bottom here, I will show you by just indicating, so that when you come into the space of Bitcoin, have a plan on how you want to do the business and then how you want to build, and you're looking at how the price is moving. Now, I'm showing you the horizontal line, the red one here. If you check here, this is the lower lows since the all-time high of 69,000 US dollars. Now imagine, ladies and gentlemen, a coin that fell to 15,000 US dollars today is sitting at 46,000 US dollars. Think about that. If you are to take 15,000, I mean 46,000 US dollars out of 15,000, think about that. It's a huge growth. It's a huge growth. Now, let's quickly do it together. Check this. 46 divided by 15, we multiply by 100. Is this correct? Can someone please unmute? Can you see that? From 15,000 to where it is now. I want us to make this interactive so that it's not like I'm lying to people.
Good evening, Leadership KG.
Good evening, my leader.
Yes. No, after dividing the two numbers, you have to remove a 1, and then you multiply the result by 100. So it should be about 206%, I think.
Come on, help me then. Let's go. 46
divided by
15.
15, they equals.
Yes.
Then say minus 1.
Minus 1.
Yeah, and then multiply that by 100.
Look what you get there now. It's about the calculator, my leader.
Okay.
Yes, there are scientific calculators, and I understand what you're saying, but it is correct in a sense that 46, 15, it goes at more than it goes 3 times into 46. So, which means growth has been more than 300%. You know, that it goes with calculators. Your method of calculating, it's I don't know, some people can explain this better, those who are good with calculators. But what I did there was just to take the price was at 15,000. Today it is at 46,000, and then we divide by 100. We multiply by 100, and then where are we now? 46, 46, I can just put that 46,000 divided by 15,000, that's where the price was at, and then we multiply by 100. And then it gives us 306% growth. And it is correct. I wish someone could back us up on that. There are people who deal with, and it is what it is. For instance, it's if you had bought it at 15,000 and today is sitting at 46,000, it means it was 15,000. It became now 30,000. Now it went up to that, to 46,000. So, and I hear what you're saying when you say you're minus 1, so to speak. It means because you started with a so in that case, when you remove your capital, it's going to be 206,000. I think that is the logic of Leader Raphael there, to take out what you started with. And yes, indeed, when you take out your capital, and then it will be 206 206% growth, so to speak. So this is massive. You know, this is massive growth, and that is to show you and I that don't give up on crypto no matter what, because when it corrects, it doesn't seek permission from your family members, you see. It will just correct. Look at this. Just look at where we are today. Look at that move from 15. From 15, just look at that, to sitting today at 46. 46. 46. It's huge. In the midst of negativity, a lot of people were negative as this was falling. And I know during this period, especially from up here, when it was going down, a lot of people were even coming out of Royal Queue during this time, you know, saying, "Lord, we are in a bear," and so forth. We didn't have better trading strategies. It was hectic. But look at where it is today. Look at where it is today. So we need Leader Raphael to get the formula, the one that you're trying to show us, that is 206% growth. But how we minus with 1. I remember Leader Kidu, but we're not recording. Leader Kidu tried to show us that some time ago, but the system has not been recorded, so that we get the percentage growth only, excluding the capital. So when we take the capital out, we now have seen that it's around 206% growth. This is massive. It means around that time, if you just bought and then you held on to it, you are hodling your Bitcoin, now you made more than 200%. But ladies and gentlemen, it's not a good idea to hodl with smaller quantity, because the bigger the quantity, the bigger will your buying power is, or your dollar value. So you don't just buy with $100 and you say you're hodl. No. Rather be trading and then growing the business on the other side. So this is what it's important, because you can't just hodl smaller quantity and you're expecting to make millions out of it. It don't work. It don't work. So yeah, that's it. We just wanted to show you that things are happening in this space. And now look at the bottom here. Before we go into our trades, look at the bottom here. Look at this area. People who were hoping that Bitcoin will hit this level, you know, maybe this is below 10,000 or around 10,000 or so. It's around $10,000 or so. Those who were waiting for it to come to these lower lows, just like myself today, ladies and gentlemen, I don't dream of Bitcoin falling to 5,000 US dollars. No, I don't see this happening. I don't see this happening because the world is woke. To understand, people know exactly what is happening in the crypto space. So people know the importance of Bitcoin, and nobody will allow it to fall to that 5K. You know, nobody will allow it to fall to that 5K. The lowest was around 15,000 because of some shaking that took place. There are a series of events that caused people to be reluctant in terms of going big into crypto, because of so many things that transpired in the last 2 years, for instance. But this is what it is. Very interesting times indeed. Bitcoin is still going to pump. We see Bitcoin hit above 100K this year, and we're going to be trading it, because as it moves up and down, it will be creating opportunities for us to buy low and sell high. Let's hear from Leader KM in Botswana. Leader KM. So we want to hear from you, sir. Your hand has been raised. That's the power of Bitcoin. 46,000. This is not a joke. This is real, and it's happening now. I never thought it will hit this in Jan, actually. Yes, Leader KM, you are unmuted. We saw you there. For whatever reason, you've been muted again.
No, it's okay. No, it was just I think I'm listening, so I'll comment later.
Oh, okay, no, okay. Thank you so much, sir. That's it. So we've just lowered your hand there then. So yeah, that's it. Great business partners. Why are we so much interested into Bitcoin? It's because Bitcoin is the biggest crypto asset. And not only that, there are a lot of things that happen around Bitcoin. It's 100% decentralized, and a lot of projects in the crypto space are backed by Bitcoin. And El Salvador, for those of you who follow the crypto news, is heavily investing into crypto, and then Bitcoin is a legal tender. 2 countries that I know of that are actually using Bitcoin also as a legal tender. So we've got a lot of interest around Bitcoin, and even yourself, as you grow in our business here, you should have a bigger percentage of your crypto portfolio in Bitcoin, for instance. Some people recommend even 60% of your crypto should be held in Bitcoin, and then in a cold storage or offline, using hardware storages, for instance, to keep your Bitcoin. That's what is happening, because Bitcoin, it's a good coin to have, and that's the reason why it's right there on top. And as the crypto markets are expanding, we keep on seeing Bitcoin becoming bigger and bigger, simply because when you have Bitcoin, you have full control over what is happening there. And ladies and gentlemen, nobody needs to promote Bitcoin. Nobody needs to do anything for Bitcoin. It is standing on its own, and for that reason, we love it, and we continue to transact in it, and you are in full control of your transactions and so forth. And yeah, it's beautiful, and yeah, you should continue to enjoy. If you look at it there, even the amount of money, I'm on CoinMarketCap now. This is a referencing platform. When you look on CoinMarketCap, just look at Bitcoin alone there. Look at Bitcoin alone there. At the moment is 913.22 billion. And you look at the gap between Bitcoin and Ether, you can see that this is massive. This is massive, and I don't see anything closing that gap. It will keep on widening like that, because a lot of scams are taking place on Ethereum blockchain, screwing people and then abandoning projects and going and studying other projects and so forth. If you go to Uniswap, you always see what happens on ERC20 network. Yes, sir. You'll see a lot of pyramid schemes. They build their smart contracts on Ethereum blockchain. And this is one of the things, according to my assessment, that make it very difficult for Ethereum to grow the way it should, for instance. You see? But I'm of the opinion, as governments bring regulations and people who participate on Uniswap, for instance, need to perform KYC, we will perhaps then see massive growth in the Ethereum blockchain. So this is what is happening. And so let's please get into Q&A session, because this is a session whereby we are to help one another with trades. There's something that you need assistance with, we are here for you. So feel free, please, to ask so that we can help you. The kind of strategy that you are using. If there's a strategy that perhaps you want us to look into, we are here for you. What I've seen of late with the fall of Bitcoins like Bake, KSM, I've seen one-shots being the ones that are generating bigger returns or profits, simply because big positions are held on coins that have been massively falling. That's what we've been saying. So it means now when you go into certain coins with one-shots, you are due to see better returns in the interim. But all these other coins where you have positions held on, they will certainly come out of the dip. And mostly when they do so, they issue massive percentages in the positive. more money is going to be generated there. So you need to have a strategy, ladies and gentlemen. You need to know where most of your trading capital is in, and then strategically wait for that coin to come out of the dip with bigger take profit percentage for yourself. That is within feasibility, meaning something that is going to be reachable for you. And then while you are busy scalping through one shots from coins that are showing some short bullish momentums here and there, because if you have observed nicely, coins that have made us a lot of money is Solana, Acro, Bake, and then KSM. Those are the coins that have really generated bigger returns in the past, I can say 3 months or so. So at the moment, these other coins are coming, they are doing good, but they haven't shown much consistency in terms of an upward trend. So let's please engage. You have a question, you would like us to assist you on a position, we are here for you. Let's engage and then see how far we can go with this. And let me just quickly show you what I'm talking about with one shots. Let's come into this particular position here. Let me just quickly share what I'm talking about, one shots. I'm sharing exactly what I'm talking about here. Look at this position. You have sheep here. This sheep is actually on one shot, but this one shot is taking 5%. Can you see at the bottom here? Take profit is 5%. But now, ladies and gentlemen, the way I'm doing this one shot, I'm running it under sub-bin mode, real-time settlement. I still maintain the concept of signature strategy so that even when the coin can go down, I will still be able to open more margin calls and milk it at the lower lows. So now, take profit percentage here is 5%. However, because we are here and we are watching, we can see now at the moment, there's about 1.43% there. And that 1.43%, it shows us that we can get this 85 cents. So we're going to collect it and go back into this market while we are anticipating our 5% to be taken. So now looking at this, look here, you can see that this is a sell. We're going to sell, and then all these 4 margin calls are going to be released, which is just above $60, including 1%, 1.43% growth there. Let's quickly go and sell. We are selling because it's in the positive. And then you will check at the bottom left. At the bottom left, where we had pause, it's now start. So I'm not changing anything, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not changing anything. I'm going back into this position of sheep, which is on one shot with that 5% profit that I want to take. I think this is trading with a capital of $100. Let's quickly go and sell. I mean, we start a trade. I clicked on start at the bottom right in blue there, and then create board. Yes, we are creating. We've created the board for ourselves, and trading will continue. Now, as you can see, the first buying amount for this particular strategy is $12. And then, but there are more. Let's click on trade settings at the bottom left, and then we go to margin configuration. Margin configuration is where we're going to see how our margins are arranged. All this money of $100, or I think this is $200. Oh, okay, but we'll see. I think it's $100 for this particular strategy. Let's go and check how it's arranged. Now, remember what we saw, that growth of 1.43%, what you saw there of 1.43%, that's what we sold for. It was up to call number 4. I'm sure you have seen that. It was up to call number 4, and call number 4 was running with $60. Was running with $60. The first buying amount is $12, and then this they are coming, all 4 of them here. So it means it's going to be first buying amount plus 4 more calls. So in total, it's going to be 5 of them. Let's go to a calculator, for instance, and then just to show, you see, $12 is first buying amount. So we had 4 calls, but including the first buying amount is going to be 12 times 5, so to speak. That 12 times 5 is what gave us that $60. It's very important to explain this, business partners, so that people understand how that $60 that we sold manually, that we had to sell manually, came from. The first buying amount was $12 US. And then we had how many numbers of call margin? There were 4. We had 4 numbers of call margin. And then it means the robot was still going to add call number 5 and the rest. But because of there's a bullish momentum, we can even go and check on the chart, because there's a bullish candlestick that is being issued by the market at the moment. So the position was held at call number 4. Call number 5 couldn't be placed. So it was, let's quickly first check call number 5. What is the percentage drop? This is good news. Now look at what is happening. Call number 5 needed how much? Needed also 0.1% dip. And call number 6. But the market did not allow the robot to go to call number 5 or call number 6 and so forth, simply because there is a bullish candlestick shooting up. And as a result, the position with an amount of $60 was forced to go into a floating profit of more than 1.4%. That's what we've seen there. And let's go to the chart and see exactly what we are talking about. I return, I don't save anything. Now, for us to go into the chart, we will click here. When you click here, you're going to get the candlesticks, which show a graphic representation of price action or price movement, for instance. So now, if you are to check, this is also on a floating, it is on a floating, what is that? Floating profit. Return rate is in the positive at the moment, but there's something you can see here. 6 calls are taken. 6 calls are taken and we just scalped. We manually took the profit simply because we could see 1.43% there. We took the profit and we went back into the market. And that also aided the position to even absorb more USDT. So now my understanding is that this one shot is for $200 US. There are more accounts I'm handling, so that's why I'm mixing strategies. This particular strategy is running for one shot of $200 US per coin. And then I have actually made call number 7 to have a percentage drop of 12%. You see, minus 12% must take place before the remaining amount can be placed into the market, which is the difference of $200 US minus 132, for instance. That remaining amount is going to be placed when minus 2% has been, 12% has been realized after call number 6. Because these are the markets, ladies and gentlemen. And no matter how excited or confident you may be, a market can still go the other direction. That's what is happening there. Let's quickly check the graph. We are looking at the chart now. We want to see. Look even how nice this is. It's still on. We are on the 15 minutes chart. This is a 15 minutes chart, and then this explains in the last 45 minutes. If you are to check from here, this was 15 minutes, another 15 minutes. Are we on the, in the last 30 minutes, the market has been bullish. The market has been bullish. So we're expecting more sales that should have been done through what is this coin? Through a SHIB. And let's quickly check on the transaction record of SHIB, and we will see if this is the case. I clicked on the top right corner, transaction record, and then we are able to see that there's been some sales there. There's been some sales, but I think let's go to return rates. No, let's go to return rates. we are on home page. When you want to check how much profit the system has been doing, you come here and then you click on return, on revenue details to check profits that are generated on the exchange side. Now, when you look here, you are able to see that SHIP, obviously, you know that not long ago, this was done by ourselves here of SHIP at this time. At this time, this was done by ourselves. It was manual sell. We saw 85 cents, but actually 79 cents is what was taken there. So let's quickly go and check other transactions that happened here. It was SHIP and SHIP and SHIP. Can you see? More than 5 now. More than, oh, a lot. Yes. In fact, after 18 hours South Africa time, I think here on this particular account, SHIP is the one that has been selling. If you are to check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times, profits were generated 7 times. It means gas was burned 7 times also. You know, so this is beautiful. That is just to show the power of having a robot trade for you. More money gets generated with time, just like that. So please, if you have a question, but before you go into questions, I would like us to go into the strategy so that I show you how this one shot of 200 is working. Although you can make it for $100, you can still make it for $50, depending on your availability of capital or liquidity. So now we go to my strategy setting. This is the strategy. Now, in future, we will also have time to talk about smart signature SBMRTS. We'll talk about this one. This is a smart crate of Royal Q, but I created it under Signature Strategy. But we'll have time to talk about that, not now. Let's focus on this one shot, please. Let's focus on this one shot that I spoke of 5%. You can always edit this depending on what is happening in that coin. Or you can manually close that position. Remember, the aim here is to scalp. And then you come out of the position. You don't want to find yourself trading under cycle and then going up with a coin and falling with it again, remaining trapped for few days or even weeks or even a month or more. So that's not what we want. Like now, when I click on the pen, the editing side, you are able to see that we have 7 numbers of call margin. We have 7 numbers of call margin, and I'm happy that things explain nicely here. You can see also the remark. The description is clear that this is a 200 USD one shot. This is a 200 USDT one shot. This is how it's been set, and then it runs with 7 margin calls. And then you have seen that call number 6 has already been taken. And then on call number 6, how much already is in the market? It's an amount of 122. This is $122 that is there already. And call number 7 is remaining, waiting for minus 12% dip before the rest can go into the market. Because we know if we don't hit the take profit, and then the rest will come later, and then you are just holding for that particular position. But if the market is doing well, it's bullish, you can literally cause this minus 12% to become 0.1% dip. That is margin call drop. You can put the remaining amount into that coin, which is something that we're going to do now while we are watching, so that you see how sweet it is when you edit your strategy live at any time. These are the things that we show people when we run our presentations. Now, look at what transpired here. You can see that call number 7 will wait for 12% dip. because these other calls were placed much, much faster. You said call number 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.1, 0.1, because remember, this is a one shot. This is a one shot, and then they were placed that fast, and then so that we take 5% or any take profit percentage that you will see fit according to the market dynamics, and then you're collecting your profits there as it happens. So if you have a question around this, feel free to ask, and you can see also under distributed and take profit allocation, on this we should be having 5% here. 5%, because this is one shot, 5%, and then 5%. So let me save this. This should have been saved. And then we're going to update it now on the strategy of Shiba Inu, because we're trading Shiba Inu with that one shot. So let's go to home, and then now look at the moment. SHIB, okay, it's showing us 26%. I always say this: when you do the scalping, you can close or collect your profit when you see 0.3 upwards, 0.3 upwards here. When you see 0.3% or above, you can close that position. You can sell and go back into that market. That's how you are able to even double your trading capital in a short space of time, like within a month or so. That's how easier one can. But obviously, when you trade like this, it should be because you have time to do that. You have time to do that, and then you'll enjoy collecting profits, and then moving from coin, going to another, and then enjoying making profits. Now look, we have 0.36 there. Now, okay, let's go. At the moment, it's on 26. I say, oh, yes, I closed. I closed. So I'm happy it's above. Now I'm going back into this. I'm trading. That is just as simple as scalping. Now let's go and check. The reason why you wait for 0.3%, that's my own observation. Anything less than that can easily go into the negative. It doesn't mean when you are at 0.3, it may not, but the chances are not that high, so to speak. So now look at the danger that nearly happened there. Look at the danger that nearly happened there. You see, I closed it when it was around 0.6. 0.36. That's what it was at. But look here what happened. I made 21 cents. It means it's much easier for a position to close in the negative. Much, much easier. So you need to check that. If you look at the time, this was 2053, 27. And then if you check on top here, you see 58 there. So you see 58 on top there. 2058. That's what you see. So it's the very what I scalped there is 21 cents. In South Africa, it's money. It's money in South Africa. So now look, the system has gone back. That is the power of trading the signature strategy way. Other calls will be placed faster, and then your job, if you really are to scalp a coin that is moving faster, you will let this be making money for you. So you don't place these other calls yourself. Look, call number 5 has been placed. When you look on the top right corner, you see we have $72. That is in already. Call number 6 will get in, and call number 6 goes in with $12 times 5. $12 times 5 is going to join $72 there. And then when you enjoy milking this market, you can cause call number 7 to also go in with 0.1%, and you're going to milk this market. Now, $12 multiplied by 5 is going to give us $60. $60 will be getting in to join that $72 there. So now think about that. Now look, 0.29, and so let's quickly go and see if we can collect. But I told you, wait until you see above 0.3, 0.3 up or higher. This is to show you how swift the market can change. Within a split of a second, the market can be in a floating loss instead of a floating profit. So now as a scalper, you think like a sniper. You know, your thinking is in such a way that you want to make money as soon as you possibly can and go back into the coin that it's pumping. Now I'm going to the home page. When I go into home page, we're anticipating to see SHIB. Now look, SHIB is on top. And if you are to check, there's not much activity in terms of the greens. We don't see much greens at the moment. It's Shiba Inu that is really moving and then it's leading the entire pack of Royal Q of crypto pairs at the moment. That is SHIB on top there. Can you see? This is what I'm scalping today. And then it's SHIB and another coin. We will see it. But let's quickly go and update the settings. Why are we updating the settings? Remember earlier what we did. Distributed and sub take profit allocation was on 1.3%. So now we want to push it back to 5%. If we are to click, I just click anywhere there. I click at on trade setting at the bottom left, trade setting. And then what I will do is I will click on distributed and take profit allocation. Can you see now, distributed and take profit allocation, sub positions there, they show you 1.3%. That is take profit. You know, it means those positions will take profit at 1.3%. Well, it's good also if you want to take those 1.3%, but if you know that you are there to milk the market, you know, creating room for more and being there to maximize your profits can also be good. So it's up to you as an individual, but I want to align this with the saved strategy. So how are we going to do that? I'm not going to edit manually. I'm going to click on trade settings at the bottom left, and then I will click on choose a strategy setting. You see, choose as, like, remember we promote reading. You see, look here, they say my template. Can you see that? My template. It means this is a template that you have created for yourself that you work with. You trade from this particular template where there are strategy settings that are in connection with your capital. And then I'm going to click here to choose a strategy setting that has already been created. I have 3 at the moment. There's that one of $200 one shots, and then there's that one of Smart Create of Signature sub-bin mode real-time settlement, and then there is a Signature real-time settlement strategy and under cycle, for instance. So now let's click on choose, and then these are the strategies that I spoke of. And strategies here, ladies and gentlemen, are according to what is happening in the account. So now we are here, I'm selecting this one, and then I'm updating, I'm just applying it. I'll just click here, for instance, and then it will be selected and I save the changes. Now I've done that. Now I go to the bottom, then I click save. It means when I click save, it means distributed and take profit allocation will also be updated to the 5% that are hidden in there. So now let's do that. Then I'm saving. I have saved. And then, so Shiba Inu now, oh, look, there's profit. Let's take the profit. There's profit. 0.77 is dropping. It's fine. It's good. And then I sold. I'm just waiting for the pause to change to what? I'm waiting for the pause to change to start. You know, sometimes this can take you longer because of a system. And then what you do, you can click on trade setting at the bottom left and return with a back arrow. Don't save anything. Now I just wanted to refresh. Can you see now it's showing me start at the bottom? Now I'm starting. We collected that profit. Imagine when you have time to manage your account like that, you are making crazy money. Now back signature, you see $12 has been put in now. When you see pause, it means the strategy is running. Now it is the responsibility of the strategy to add more money into this ship, that it's pumping like this. So now imagine we saw SHIB is sitting around 3% in the positive. So imagine by the time when SHIB shows 15% today, a lot would have been achieved. You can even make more than $100, moving. Look now, the system has put $36 there. If you are now, it's $48 on the top left corner. Trading is just moving like that. Now, call number 4, it's in. $60 has been put into this. So I foresee, or I have a sensation that this is going to pump for some time. So I can edit this strategy in real time. What I will do now is this. I'm going to add the money of number 7, call number 7. So we're pushing call number 7 to 0.1%. So we don't wait for that 12% dip. It means now I'm confident that there's more money to be made. So now I want call number 7 to come in so that it puts more money into this. So you will see we are currently sitting at call number 6, and then call number 7 will come in, will add more money to this particular position, and then you'll see things begin to roll like that, and then more money being made and so forth. So it's also up to you then to say you have milked the market enough and then don't go back into it. You can manually sell or let it take that 5% and then don't go back into that market. That is just as simple as that. So if we click on transaction record, let's see how much did we take earlier. Now look what we took. I was looking at 70 something. I was looking at 70 at 0.887 or so around here. But look, because I took that profit, the system closed it at 0.57, but it gave me $75. I mean, 75 cents, I beg your pardon. 75 cents is what I managed to come out with. And when I check on my system quickly, 0.75 USD, I'll tell you how much this is, USD, which I can type with you there. I don't want the system to take long. This is around 14 rands. This is 14 rands. This is 14 rands. That has just been collected that easy. So now let's come out. Now look, call number 7 has been placed. Call number 7 has been placed. Call number 7 has been placed. So that's what we see there. So we have 192 there. I just need to work on the fractions to make it so close to 200, maybe to get 201 or so, but I'm still at peace with it. It's okay. I don't have a problem with that. All calls are taken, $192 there it is in the system, and trade is running, and then it means more money is going to be made as activity take place, and then it's up to me now to say it's enough and then move to another coin. Like, look, SHIB is now showing 4%. Imagine where you're going to be when you started milking this now, when you start seeing here, when you see something like 20%. Imagine when the market would have been moving up and down, giving you an opportunity to buy low, sell high, buy low, sell high, and then you are busy continuing to do that. Now check $4 has been generated, and this is SHIB only. This is SHIB only. $4 is there. $4 is there. So, and that is 84 rands. That is taken easily through scalping and trading as it happens there. And then, that's it. So I'm looking at a time. We are done for today. I don't know if there's somebody who has a question. We are here for you. What I will do also, we need to stop recording. We can just engage on questions of record. Thank you so much. Leader Tabang, sorry, I can see. Please come through.
No, Mr. Mokoena, leadership, I'm just saying thanks for the reminder of scalping, and what you did was great. I was even having the emojis of clapping hands because I can see that the robot is really going up and down, and it gives us the opportunity to scalp.
Yes. No, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you, Leader Taban. There in South Africa. She's in Pretoria, so the same city as myself. So yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for that. And we all ought to have a desire or passion to make money, and it has never been this easy, or easier, so to speak. And we have to encourage one another to channel our thinking around this. And you can be anywhere in the world, you'll still be making money in ways that we never would have imagined ourselves. So yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for tonight. And we do stop the recording here.